सर्वभूतेषु क्षमारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। We always face certain difficulties, and those difficulties are called struggle. Unless we come to know who we are and what is the meaning of coming to know who we are, we get connected to our higher self. We get connected to source. Human body is made of 5 elements, and when we go beyond the body, then we have 2 more things, and they are called consciousness and nothing. Now, the question is whether spirituality, whether connecting yourself with your higher self is in any way related with your patience. And I think when I was doing a live session on forgiveness, we have covered patience. Because if you do not have patience in your heart, you cannot forgive anybody. Here, and that time I said that from patience you can have forgiveness, and from forgiveness you go to the spiritual development. And all emotions, when you are to become free of, then you must start your spiritual journey. And what is the spiritual journey? It is that I get connected to source, and all my karmas, all my deeds, all my actions, all my thoughts, they become the thoughts, karmas of our higher self. This ego which is present in us, which has a sense of doing, that I do this, I take care of my son, I take care of my daughter, I cook food for somebody, I earn money for my family. All that things, the sense of doing comes only because of ego. When ego gets surrendered, then I automatically dies off. If you know from where the word ego has come in, what was the origin of word ego? It is a Latin word, and when it is translated exactly in English, it says I. This big I is nothing but the sense of doing present in us. Spirituality is a journey of shifting this sense of doing to this sense of being. If we are able to do that, I am. Not I am doing this, I am doing that. These are the works being done through me. And when this feelings starts developing in you, an automatic connection starts connecting you with your higher self. then you start playing in consciousness away from your body. And what that consciousness is, that we come to understand that there is no difference between you and me. We are part of the same soul. We are part of the same source. And in all religions, if you see, they say we are brothers and sisters, children of same God. The basic thing is that you have to understand that there is no difference between you and me. And the moment this comes to you, that there is no difference between you and me, can you forgive me? Is there any patience needed? Yes and no. When these feelings of consciousness comes in us that we all are the same, forgiveness is not needed. It becomes automatic. You forgive everyone. And when you start forgiving everyone, of course, you don't need to have patience. It is automatically present in you. You will not harm anybody. Even if somebody want to come and say a few adverse words to you, what will happen? I am connected to source. How can you say anything to me? And also, I consider that there is no difference between you and me, so how can you say adverse things to me? That means I am saying adverse thing to myself. And if I am saying adverse things to myself, how can I be upset? And when I cannot be upset, I am of course automatically patient. There would be no reactions from me. And the stage of no reaction is the stage of patience. And earlier when you were having patience, maybe something was happening inside of you. You were trying to have patience. The irritation was there inside you. But you were saying, no, let's relax, let's cool down. I need to have patience, I need to have patience, I need to have patience. But when there is no irritation in you, you don't need to have patience. Patience takes the birth from irritation, from certain emotional disturbances. When those emotional disturbances are not present in you, when irritations is not present in you, you don't need to make an effort to be patient. What I wanted to say you today is you can fail when you are trying to make an effort to be patient. But you can never fail if you are spiritually connected and irritation has gone away from you. Fear has gone away from you. If irritation and fear is not there, whatever somebody says, she may say, I'll not cook food for you. Okay. Somebody says, okay, I'll not drive your car. Okay. So, if there is no irritation present in you, if there is no I present in you, the question of your being impatient does not arise. And when irritation is present in you, when emotions are present in you, when fear is present in you, when ego is present in you, then whatever you do, you can say, I'll be patient. I'll be patient when my son misbehaves. I'll be patient when my wife misbehaves. But believe me, you will not be able to. There would be reactions, always. Only way by which you can completely get rid of reactions in all the circumstances, in all the situations, is when you are connected to the source and your I, which was big one before connecting to the source, has become zero. Lower your I is, more patient you will be without making an effort. Second thing is, when Creator has created us, it has given us a very good quality. We, the human being, consider that this is the adverse qualities rendered to us. And what is that quality? Forgetting. Nature has given us a beautiful quality to forget. Forget and forgive. We think that this is the adverse quality nature has given us, and therefore we try, our I, our ego tries and makes an efforts not to forget. And when you forget, somebody has said you something, you forgot about it, there is no question of you being impatient. You will automatically become patient. Some people come to me and they are very much disturbed of the qualities that I forget very fast. And then they say, on one hand, you are able to remember so much of scriptures. You are able to remember, they say, Vedas. You are able to remember the wisdom. On the other side, I spoke to you something and you say that you have forgotten. But that is what happens when your connections becomes with your higher self. What happens? You have spoken, I have heard, with the closed eyes, with the open ear, with the closed ear, and immediately I have tried to give you a solution of whatever I could do from my side, whatever I was capable of. I gave you the solution, you heard the solution, this was your problem, you have got the solution, you have to implement it, where am I going to play a role? And therefore, I immediately forget. So, and all of us can develop this quality of forgetting by reducing their ego. Why are we not forgetting? Because my sister has said me something and I will remember it till my last life. What is this? This is nothing but ego. Why do you want to remember anything what your sister has said to the time you breathe the last breath? Your sister has said something, it was not suiting me, and then what happens? Then spirituality comes in. And it says, live in the present moment. Whatever she has said, forget it. And forgive it. If you have forgiven and you have forgotten, then it is not going to disturb you and you will not need any patience with your sister. She can happily live and you can also happily live. And therefore, spirituality brings to you, when your ego is smaller, what are the benefits you get, Very, very strong benefits we get. We get healthier relationships. When the ego is present, you are not spiritually connected, you will not be able to have healthier relationships. And when you are zero, you will always have healthier relationship. Very strong immunity. Why? Because immunity is dependent on your mental faculty along with your physical faculty. So if you are mentally fit, half of the diseases automatically goes away from you. There would be no blood pressure. When you keep smiling always on good and bad things, blood pressure always remains normal. When you always start thinking that what will happen to you, continuous worry about yourself, then only your blood pressure rises, your stress rises. So spirituality gives you a life which is stress-free. Look, all these things what I am talking about eventually gives you something called patience. If you are stress-free, you will be patient. If you have no anxiety, you will have patience. When your immunity is strong, you will have patience. If your blood pressure is normal, then also you will have patience. And what brings these all qualities to us? Connections to universe, connections to source, connections to your higher self. Now, I know what every one of you are thinking at the moment. Guruji, you say it is very simple, connections to your higher self. How do we do that? And for doing that, first, the step number one, make a decision that you want to connect to your higher self. Step number two, learn little yogic exercises. And step number three, learn meditation. Learn to practice and live alone for some time. And living alone is of two types. What are those two types by which a person can live alone? You can live alone and remain in loneliness. You will keep missing somebody, your life partner, your children, your mother, your father, your office, your richness, your table, your chair, your camera. When we are missing anything, when we are alone, it is not being alone. You are starving for a company. And when you are starving for a company, then you are not in spirituality. When your living alone becomes in solitude, by choice, willingly, when living alone is unwillingly, it is loneliness. And when living alone is willingly, it is solitude. And the moment you start living in solitude, believe me, nothing is going to disturb you. You cannot be impatient. You cannot be irritated. Blood pressure will not disturb you. Nothing will happen to you. Your heartbeats will also remain normal. what other qualities? These are the three things needed. Number one, you decide. Number two, start practicing yoga. Number three, start meditating. And if you get an opportunity, meet a guru. Take your initiation. That will give you your personal mantra. And when you start chanting that, with these qualities together, connections becomes possible and it calms you down totally. Then whatever the disturbances are there in every life. There is no life in which disturbances are not there. It depends upon your outlook, how you take it. You can see, oh my God, everything is a struggle, everything is having problems. And second thing is that you can remain in bliss. It's your decision how you want to live in. And I think I have said it earlier also and I repeat it today. Unknowingly, we, the most intelligent human being, always want to remain in a struggle. Some struggle they always want to keep it around them so that they are lively. It's a wrong approach. Struggle gives you irritation. Irritation gives you impatience. Impatience creates a lot of physical trouble in your body, a lot of mental trouble in your body, and you are never happy. On the other hand, you decided that you want to remain in bliss come what may. That will make you smile in all the conditions and you will forget about struggling. What will develop in you? Gratitude. When you are struggling, you are self-centered. You always want everything for yourself. And when you are connected, you have gratitude. And everyone likes it. Everyone in this universe, including human, God, goddesses, universe, source, everyone loves praise, I think. So, when gratitude you have everything needed to remain in patience. The last part of spirituality is, which is very important. I have taken it in last because it is the most important qualities in the human being. And that is unconditional love. I am very sorry to say this, always unconditional love. Actually, the correct word should be love, not the unconditional love. Because love is always unconditional. Unfortunately, the illusion of love has become so strong in our lives that we have forgotten love. We are so busy in give and take, in doing businesses, that we have forgotten to give unconditionally. Unconditional love is the most precious quality, most precious achievement, and it can only be possible if your life is spiritual. Okay, otherwise you can say that I love my son unconditionally. I love my partner unconditionally. But deep inside the mind, a condition is involved. I told a person in one of the speech, पिबन्ति नद्यः स्वयमेव नाम्भः स्वयं न खादन्ति फलानि वृक्षाः. I said, पिबन्ति नद्यः, rivers, they don't consume their own water. River don't consume their water. They give it away. Trees doesn't eat their own fruits. They always give it away. And that is how people with the spirituality in their heart are. Their belief becomes in unconditional love. And नादन्ति सस्यं खलु वारिवाः परोपकाराय सताम विभूतया. All the spiritual people of the world are like this river, like this tree, like the cloud who doesn't consume their water. When water evaporates, when it is a cloud, can anybody think of why and how water is hanging in this space? And then suddenly it falls down in form of snow or in form of water. It starts snowing or it starts raining. Why? It is because of the latent energy it has. In the tropical climate, all those who live in, they must have seen before it starts raining, lightning comes in. Small or big, but lightning comes in with the rain. What is that lightning? Lightning is the fire element present in water. As long as it is present, it makes water to rise up and remain in suspension. And the moment lightning takes place, the electricity, fire is known as fire on earth, it is known as sun in the heaven, and it is also known as electricity in space. The moment this fire, the electricity comes out of rain, out of the clouds, it starts raining. Similarly, when you have this spiritual latent energy present in you, you will rise up. You will always rise up and you will never be impatient. You will always be forgiving. You will always forget the mistakes of others. And when you take out this latent spiritual energy from you, you fall on earth and you are present with the emotions. Our body is always present on earth. But our consciousness, when our consciousness has got latent energy present in it, latent energy of spirituality, then you will not be impatient at all. Nothing will disturb you. Absolutely nothing will disturb you, including your physical health, including any difficulty you have in your body, in your any part of the body. You will not be disturbed by anything, and patience will not be needed. It will automatically be present in you because of this latent energy present in you. It is not visible, but if somebody has this latent energy, it is very much visible in their behavior. Energy is not visible, but your behavior will always be able to indicate whether you have this energy in you or you do not have this energy in you. The idea, the beauty of life is not to control and not be impatient. The beauty of life is in to have this latent energy present in you always. And when this latent energy is always present in you, you don't need to make an effort to be patient, to be in fear, to get disturbed by anything. It always gives you a confidence that I will only rise up. There is nothing what I will not get. Everything in the universe is present for us, for me. And everything I need will always be available to me whenever I need it. This confidence will eliminate all the enmity present in the universe. Nothing, absolutely no one will be your enemy. No disease will be your enemy. You will always smile and remain in bliss. I wish that you bring this spiritual latent energy in you and you remain in bliss for all the time to come in your life. Thank you so much.